Are you talking to Disha again?
No, I'm watching lectures.
YouTube lecture.
Yeah.
Don't diss me, show it.
Here, see?
Who is this teacher? He's a student or what?
He's not a student. He might be young, but he's one of the best teachers.
Then why are your marks not increasing?
I just started following Enlite. There are so many sessions. There are so many strategy videos. I'm following them. I'm trying to be better.
Show me how many problems have you solved? Show me.
Around 15 to 20 questions I did.
Just 15 to 20 problems. 20 minutes ago, you were listening to music and now you have just solved 15-20 problems.
I was taking a break. You know, it's called as a Pomodoro technique. You should watch the session.
You look at Pooja. You know Pooja, how she studies? Whole day, 10 hours continuously she is studying. And look at you. Only these problems.
I'm not a robot. I can't study like Pooja. And in fact, you know what? I scored so much better in bio than her in the last exam.
You know what? You get first rank in all the subjects. Do physics and maths properly. Then I will do something for you.
But I'm not interested in maths. I want to go for medicine. There are so many good colleges giving such good options for extracurricular activities also. It's not only medicine, so that I can focus on other things, my hobbies as well.
What is the use, of extracurricular? First study the science. First learn the physics and maths. Then you think about extracurricular.
I am for that. See, that is why I'm sitting and watching these sessions. I'm preparing for boards. I'm focusing on NEET exam.
First you focus on boards. Boards come first. Then you do your JEE and NEET later on.
If I focus on boards, if I focus on NEET, I can equally focus on boards. No, I'll get really good marks in boards also. You just have to have a little bit of patience.
Please go and study, Anna. Please go and study. Watch your lecture. Do the problems now.
I am watching the lecture. Okay, fine.
Don't smile while watching the lecture. It's not a movie, it's a lecture. Go study. Every year, it's been seen that around 40 to 50 lakh students give the CBSE exam. And this is a very disturbing trend. Every year, the number of students committing suicide because of so many problems is increasing. And this is a very, very deep concern for all of us.
Most of these suicides and the causes of these suicides happen mainly because of reasons like depression, bullying, drug use, obesity, alcohol consumption, and many, many more.
But you know what? Surprising part is, Ashima ma'am. Look at this graph. The number of parents who actually think that they know their kids really well is surprisingly higher than 80%. They feel that they know their kids.
I know, it's ironic, I would say. Okay, so many students are struggling and they feel they know it all, right?
Is it like a generation gap or what? Like really, this is crazy, guys. Aren't you like surprised with these numbers?
I am.
My God, and look at the amazing crowd which is welcoming us, guys. You know what? Maybe, I think many people around them don't know them, but you know who knows them the best?
Who?
Come on, guys. Let us know in the chat box who knows you the best.
Who understands you the best? Okay? See, sometimes, yes, we do have really great parents. They do try to understand us. But more than that, we do.
Yeah, we do, bacha. We do. Go ahead, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button because, we really understand you well. When I say we, it means the entire teacher community. And that is the reason why we have got this session for all of you. It's a must watch for all the kinds of students. Even if you're a 6th standard student, even if you're a pass out, we understand you better. Yeah. Isn't that right?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. And I think we do need that kind of support. When we don't get that at home, or even if we get that at home, it's always good to have more people to trust you and to help you out of a lot of mess, isn't it?
Very true. And the poll results are also crazy. I just conducted a poll asking who are the closest to. You know what? Many of them said mom and dad, which is good. Some of them said their siblings or, their teachers or relatives. Mm-hmm. But a disturbing amount of percentage have said that they are not close to anyone. It's sad. So, don't worry, guys. For those of you who think who you don't have anyone, we are always there for you. We can be your crying shoulder. Let me remind you of that. And, because students and so many teenagers don't find a crying shoulder, or because they cannot communicate easily, that's the reason why we conducted the poll, they get into all these kind of issues. What do you think?
Absolutely. So most of the time when they see, basically students do expect some kind of support from
Right.
somewhere, and when they don't, get the particular amount of attention or support or confidence from people around them, they go for other sources.
Very true. And this leads to so many kinds of problems, be it, drug abuse, alcohol, and we generally see the kids getting into the wrong company or doing some wrong things, and we often tend to judge them. Oh, he's, into this. Oh,
Yeah.
he's into that. But have we really understood our kids? Have we really understood our students? Why they did that?
Yes, the reason behind that is so important. Okay, and that's what we are here to talk about. Yes.
And we have some amazing killer statistics. This was really surprising and at the same time not so surprising also.
Exactly, certain points.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about some statistics here, guys, okay, where we have some teenager issues and they have put it gender wise. Okay, so basic things that if you guys can't read it: moodiness and irritability, okay, defiance and rebellion, alcohol consumption, information withholding, ups and downs at school. Okay, so this is your statistics for male students and this is for female students. Okay, so sir, what can you talk about the male population?
The surprising thing in the trends out here is that the number of students who are withholding information is crazy number. It's slightly higher in the girls side than in the guys side, but the students who get into alcohol or drug abuse is higher on the guys side. What could be the reason for this? I think, generally what I feel is guys also have this moodiness and irritability. But me being a guy, I know this better, guys. I show, or maybe, guys tend to show their irritation or their frustration through different means. And often it is found in guys that they tend to go into rebellion. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to leave my house. I'm going to do whatever I want. Or maybe they get into the wrong company, get into drugs or alcohol. And there are lots and ups and downs in their school, in their colleges, but just that they withhold their information, they do not share it with anyone, just like you guys said in the poll. What do you think about girls, ma'am?
Now, if you look at the girls side, okay, the females, you can see that the graph is crazy for withholding information. It's often, I feel, because girls are always told to be obedient. Okay, they are supposed to stay in the control of parents or in the control of elders, and they're not given an option of even raising their voice, or even they don't have an option of rebellion here.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
This is crazy. This number is very low as compared to guys. Girls are usually obedient. Is that what you're saying?
They're supposed to be. Okay,
Oh.
they're expected to be obedient. So they can only, the only outlet for girls mostly is by withholding information. They lie.
Basically moodiness. They get
Exactly.
irritated.
So
For
see,
many hormonal reasons
obviously,
also.
obviously there are hormonal reasons. But again, the surprising part is, if it is only the hormonal reasons, the guys should not be having it.
Yeah, but the guys also surprisingly have 44% of the guys have the moodiness and irritability, but just they went out in a very different manner.
Yes.
That's crazy,
So,
guys.
yes. So again, you see the ups and downs at school. Okay. I don't think girls are going to go out crazy, create fights, or they don't release their aggressiveness in that
Very
way.
true.
Okay. So they go in for a more subtle way of just lying to their parents.
Very true. I remember during my school days, I used to have a lot of fights. I might look like a very, innocent bhola wala bacha, but I used to get into a lot of fights also, guys. So these things are there. So if you have gone through any of these issues, trust me, you're not different or you're not alone. Even your teachers, even your parents, even the people around you, even ma'am would have faced so many of these kind of issues, guys.
I think when it comes to that, no, there's not much of a generation gap.
True.
Because in every generation, the students are going to
Yeah.
be something similar to this. And the parents are going to be something similar
Same
to
way.
this.
And this is a
Yeah.
vicious cycle and it continuously goes on. And so many of you, I can see Shrikant, Rudra, Sanjay, Zai, Giri, very good guys. You guys are agreeing and you guys are also sharing your opinions. You are sharing your incidents. Please keep sharing throughout the session. Please remember, it will be very useful for students who watch it later on, and also make others also comfortable and making them realize that they are not alone. In fact, I would love to know what kind of problems these kids actually experience through. Is it the lack of tolerance or frustration Or is it impulsive, short temper, withdrawal from family, laziness, low self-esteem? Do you have some more problems apart from this? Ashima ma'am is going to write it down, or probably let others also know that, guys, there are more problems than this. You are not alone in this.
Yes, I think something that the parents would be complaining is these two, isn't it? Withdrawal.
Very true. Very
You are
true.
all the time on the phone, inside the room. You don't come out to talk to us only. Yes.
Very true.
Yes, absolutely. And laziness.
Oh my god, you didn't fold your bed sheet, oh you didn't do this, you didn't brush, you didn't do this, or even low self-esteem, like I don't think I can do this, I can see.
Laziness for sure, sir.
Laziness for sure.
Yes.
Addiction towards Ashima ma'am's video. Oh my god, that is not a problem, guys, that is a good thing. Please be addicted to all our videos, we will be very happy.
Oh god. Yes.
Okay.
What else? Laziness is the biggest problem. Overthinking.
Overthinking,
Oh, I
yes,
think I should write that.
overthinking, definitely. You always tend to think, what will happen if this happens? What will happen if this does not happen? Oh, will I get that? Or, oh no, nobody understands me. And you get into that overthinking, depressive mode, and it's a cyclic process. Social media addiction, very true. Very true. In fact, many of you might have also seen one movie called as Social Dilemma, and the manner in which Facebook, Instagram, or anything works
Oh, yes.
is that you get addicted to the social media. They have designed
Every
it.
single touch of yours, every single view of yours is, they collect information like that.
Thank you, cybercrime. And Karthikeyan agreeing with low self-esteem. Getting badly judged by others, always very true, Priya.
Judgments.
Yes. Either it could be body shaming, or it could be because of your looks, or it could be because of the marks or your attitude or anything else. Yes, very true, very true. Getting badly judged. Relationship. Oh my god, this is such a big problem. It can be it can be a video in itself. Very
Yeah, I
true.
know.
Fear of exam. Don't worry, guys, for that we are here. Okay, everybody has the fear of exam. If you ask me also to write now, IDJ, I'll be also scared. Ashima ma'am will be also very scared. Don't worry. That is
I'm not writing any more exams.
okay. We are not writing any more exams. That's why we are not scared. But yes, if you are students, we were also equally scared. Comparison. Yes.
We will talk
Very
about that,
true.
definitely.
Very true. Very true. Okay, so now we have talked about all these problems, ma'am. But we have not just come here for talking about problems, right?
No. We have to definitely help you with solutions. Otherwise, why are you guys here? Yes.
Yeah.
We have to help, ourselves out. Yes. So, shall we go and figure out some
Amazing solutions. For that, I need a small light and maybe a small heart. Ashima ma'am needs a green
big
heart
one? I
And,
need big likes. I want green hearts in the chat box.
and red hearts for Shreyas, sir. Let's see which hearts are more. Ma'am, come on. Let's see green hearts versus red hearts. Come on, come
Let's
on,
see.
come on.
Come on, people.
Okay, so let's go through the solutions. Everybody. Okay. So the first, see, we have broken it down to very fundamental few problems. We analyzed everything, guys. We have been doing research for the past 1 week. We have boiled it down to only few set of problems which are very, very true and I think very relatable. You solve these, trust me, your life will be better. Okay, I think we have one equally, ma'am.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle.
It's okay. No problem. Someday. Okay. So, in fact, we conducted a poll also, and most of the students also agreed to this. What do you say?
I agree. I think this is something everybody would have felt, no? To an
Very
extent
true,
in
very
our
true.
lives.
So, why, I feel sometimes parents do this because they have this fear, or sometimes they feel like showing off to other parents that, see, my kid is doing well. Or if the kid is not doing well, then they feel scared. They have some inferiority complex. Oh, why is my kid not doing well? He should do well. So that's why I think they compare, and they also have their friends. Like, kids have their friends, they will also have their friend
See,
circle.
but then there's always a healthier way of doing it, right? Okay. See, when it comes to direct comparison, okay, there's always this Sharma ji ka beta. Okay, it's always a problem because then the students feel that whatever they do is not enough. Okay, they are not valued enough because you might be, the parents might be talking about their own children in a very high way in front of friends. But whenever it comes back home, okay, to the student, to the child, it's always comparison.
Very true. But, isn't it good to push the kids from the parents' perspective? I'm talking. Isn't it good to at least tell them, see, listen, this is what others are doing. You're lagging behind. So parents are also maybe worried about the kids That's why they are trying to push it in different ways.
See, I can agree. Okay, so again, like I'm talking on the basis of a student's perspective, I would agree that it's good motivation, but I think the parents also need to give a little bit of importance to what we have achieved, what the student has achieved so far. Okay, so I would say you can compare. Okay, the parents can compare obviously, but at first it would be better if they can start with praising them, giving them a little bit of positive vibes, and then saying that these are things that you can learn from them, instead of just blankly or blandly talking about, look at that person, how much she is studying or how much he is studying, how much marks they getting. It's sometimes not about the marks.
The moment you praise the kids, what happens is that the kids become very overconfident, or they start thinking very great about themselves. So maybe the parents don't want the kids to become really overconfident, because they want to make them realize that the real world is very harsh. Maybe they love the kids, but somehow they are withholding that information and not showing their true self. It's just to make them realize and prepare for the real world.
But when that happens, most of the students will not feel like opening up to their parents, okay, because they're always under the fear of being compared, and they feel that, okay, at a point, students do tend to give up. They'll say, whatever I do, it's not going to affect. Okay, they would constantly say, ki, yes, that's it. So the moment they start comparing, then it creates a negative image in the student's mind.
What's wrong in, demanding perfection? Because you take any famous celebrity or any famous, successful businessman, teacher, anyone, they are very good at their job. So when parents look at their kids, like he's whiling away his time or he's not so serious. So at that age, maybe the kids don't realize, but the parents want them to do whatever they are good at really well. So there is nothing wrong in demanding perfection, if you think about it from the parents' perspective.
Yes, but perfection need not come the way the parents want it to, right? The efforts also matter.
True.
It's more, I feel that, from a student's perspective, it's always good to boost the students based on their efforts. Give the 100% of yours. Okay, let's not compare it with another person's 100%.
Very true.
I think.
And at this age, I can tell for guarantee, guys, when you grow up, you will also realize that even when you will have kids later on in the future, when you meet in a friend circle, it's always about, they don't talk about themselves alone. They will talk about their kids. Oh, what is your kid doing? Oh, he's in that coaching. Oh, he got this much rank, huh? Then your parent will be like, oh my God, my kid didn't do well. Then the parent will feel very bad, and he comes home and that's it. They'll be like, one tight slap. Why you're not studying? See that guy? So this is what happens behind the scenes, I feel. Most likely. And then the kid will start arguing.
Obviously, it leads to arguments. Because the students tend to feel that the parents are not trying to understand. Okay? The students will definitely not see the backstory.
Yeah, very true. What if a kid is like, hey, why are you not like that parent? See, his parents are so cool.
Of course.
Have you not done that?
Comparison can happen the
other way around also.
Yes.
And you would also done it. Like, look at his parents. His parents are allowing him for a trip. His parents are doing that. Then the parent also starts saying, see, that guy is doing this, that girl is doing this. So it happens both ways, and it is a never-ending argument.
So there's Arun saying, comparing with our own friends makes slight jealousy between
Very
friends
true.
also.
Very true.
Now imagine, I can never be friends with a Sharma ji's beta.
Oh, definitely. I remember this topper of mine. So she used to do very well. She was my good friend, okay, in school. The moment my parents started comparing, that's it. I started hating that girl.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So when we talk about arguing, see, most of the time students argue when they feel that they are not being heard.
Very true.
Or their needs are not being met with. I think that is why.
And argument, what happens is basically, I have seen, it starts by a no. And at that point, I feel the kid is going through something. The parent is not trying to understand. And because of which, there is another argument. And next time the same thing happens, that's it. It continues, it builds. And then it can also go physical, which is something which no kid or no parent should do. It starts with abuses, everything. So it's a never-ending story, I feel. What do you say?
I agree with that, because the the students feel that, see, the parents always complain that you are at a stage of life where there's a lot of hormones, there's a lot of aggressiveness. So I would say, in the defense of students, that the students are at a very vulnerable age. Okay, they tend to be aggressive, they tend to show out their anger, and I would say if parents could be a little more patient and listen of, I mean, it's not, I would not suggest that the parents get them whatever they want, okay, and the students ask them for iPhone, they get them iPhone. No, it's not like that. It would be better if, the parents could listen a little bit, okay, and figure out why the student is arguing.
I also have a defense from the parent side. So guys, we are putting over here both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Even you would have realized many things now as compared to a young kid. So when you see a young kid playing around, you realize that, oh my God, what is this kid doing? He doesn't know what is coming ahead. He does not know, okay, there is integration, there is biology, there is so many things coming up ahead. So I feel that the parents also have seen a lot through their journey of life. And when they see the kids doing the same mistake, that's when they just don't want to, explain anything. They know that this is bound to fail. That's why maybe they are arguing. Do you think that here the parents should explain, they are obliged to explain to the kid that why it is happening, why they should not do it, rather than just saying, no, you cannot do it. You should not do this.
I agree. That would help a lot. That would actually help a lot. Maybe, like I said, no, I think that brings us to the next point of lack of communication.
Very true.
Yes. I feel that when parents are not opening up, they feel that when parents open up, the students won't respect them.
Very true. Very true.
Because if they become too friendly, what if they lose respect?
Then they will sit on their head.
Ha.
If you become too strict, then they are very scared. They will start lying.
Obviously, see, the moment parents become too strict, we tend to distance ourselves away from them.
Very true.
Because that is the most, all the time our body goes into this flight or fight mode, okay? And the moment parents become too strict, we go into that motion of, yes, let's just stay away from everything. That's
Very true. And like many of you, Sanjay, Srimati, everybody are agreeing. So that is what we want you guys to do. Build a communication gap. And be very close to someone. Be very close to your parents. Make them your friends. Now, parents also want that, but like Ashima ma'am said, they are also equally worried about that. Also, what happens is, parents know that they cannot explain things. Like sometimes your parent will be like, okay, don't mingle around with that guy. Don't talk to them. Maybe they have seen something which they can't tell you, which they feel that if they tell you, you might, rebel, or you might never agree, or you might never believe. So that's the reason why they might be saying, don't meet those friends. Sometimes they are correct, sometimes they are wrong also. I'm telling you about it.
In that case, the parents should be able to accept that they're wrong. I think that is also a big step. Yes, the parents should be able to realize that, okay, in this thing, I have made a mistake. Because you know what? At times that can become as a role model attitude.
Very true.
Yes, if the parents can accept the mistake, probably the students also will be able to accept their mistakes.
That
will, I think,
that comes down to ego at the end of the day.
Yeah.
No parent wants to agree defeat in front of the kids. Believe me, yes or no, do you guys agree? Put a thumbs up. So maybe you should start opening up to your parents. What happens is, the moment you start getting scared, the moment a parent is strict, that's it. I have seen this 100% of the times. The kid will stop telling everything. He will start hiding.
Obviously.
In fact,
that leads to
frequent lying. Suddenly, I have seen this, ma'am. Let's say a girl is talking to some guy. Okay? And then the mom or dad comes and asks, who are you talking to? Maybe she's just asking homework. Nothing else, okay? She's just asking what happened in the class.
Yes.
Why? Who is this guy?
Why are you talking?
Why are you talking?
Why at this time?
Why at this time?
Yeah.
Gone. Nothing is there. It was just a genuine conversation. Gone. What will you do next time?
Next time, I will hide it completely from them. Okay? And then I might rebel in a way that, okay, there was nothing and they didn't trust. Okay, now I will make something.
And next time when you're hiding and talking, then the parent will catch you. What were you messaging? Gone. Done. Full on blast over there. So, what I feel that you should open up, even if you know that you are getting scared, even if you know that you are getting scolded, even if you think you are going to get beaten up, stand and make them explain. Don't argue. Don't fight it over. What do you say?
I agree with that. I think, it is difficult as a student, okay? Because sometimes parents want us to behave like adults. Sometimes they want us to behave like kids. Yes, we are the teenagers are in a constant confusion ki, how, what do I do? Do I behave like an adult and be matured? Or do I behave like a kid and not talk in certain places and things? So I think parents should be able to set certain expectations. Okay, parents can tell the students that, see, this is what I expect you to do. The moment they say these are the things that we expect, then the students also will be able to adhere to that and say, okay, fine, these are things that I agree. Okay, these are things that I don't agree.
Very
okay,
true.
I think there the communication, if it's sorted, learning to agree to disagree.
Yeah, that's a very difficult thing to do. In fact, Priyadarshini was saying कि working parents shout at them for no reason. Suddenly you get shouted and you do not know what is happening. Then you stop telling your parents whatever happened. So usually sometimes it is their fault, sometimes it is your fault. So if they unreasonably shout, just go and hug your parent and ask them, what happened, mama? What happened, dada? You had a bad day at work? Trust me, they will melt. Trust me, they will melt. Next time, when you do the same thing, suddenly you're like, hey, what is this? I don't want to eat the food. They will come and do the same thing. What happened, beta? You are tense because of something. You are shouting on us. What is it? That's how the conversation builds.
And I'll give you one more idea, because there are students saying that my parents are understanding, but I'm still not comfortable to share anything with them.
You should. Trust me, that the moment you make your parents your best friends, trust me, nothing can stop you from becoming successful. So it is going to take a long time. Trust me, a lot of kids do it over a period of 3, 4, 5 years, but it happens. And once they become your best friends, trust me, you will tell everything. Everything. I know kids who share everything. Oh, dada, I met this girl today. They tell everything openly. Oh, you know what? I didn't like this teacher only today. It was very boring class. Oh, that teacher was very good. Oh, this friend said this. Oh, what is happening with those kids over there? They did this. Start telling, you will start gossiping with your parents. You need to build it slowly. It does not happen in 1 day, 2 days, 1 month also.
Yeah.
Agree?
It's a long process, and something that can help again is, if you are not feeling like talking as in oral conversations, you can always write letters. I found that it is very, very effectful. I mean, because, so again, I read another message. Explanation leads to
another
argument.
problem, another argument. Very true.
So the best thing you can do is write letters. Okay, not WhatsApp messages. Let's go a little old school.
Yeah.
Write letters. Okay, tell them what you feel honestly, and you give it to them. Let them read at their own time. Okay, working parents, non-working parents.
Sometimes you have to use some teda meda techniques also. Sometimes your mom will be close to your aunt, or your dad will be close to your brother or something like that. So you tell them that this happened, you tell this to my dad. That's it, they will do their job, and then you'll be like, okay, nice, okay, fine. Then you build a rapport. So you have to use these teda meda techniques.
That I agree. Now, all these boils up to one major thing that we're going to talk about right now. Yeah.
Career pressure. How many of you got pressurized into doing NEET or JEE, guys? Please raise your hands.
Okay, so by the time they raise their hands, I'll tell you my story. Okay. So, actually, my father, I guess, wanted me to become a doctor. Okay. But he never pressurized me.
Okay.
Yes. So by the time I was in my 9th or 10th, I realized that I wanted to become a teacher because of my biology teacher.
Okay.
And then communication was successful. I put it forth. I told my parents that I want to become a teacher, and they were very happy with it, because I had a plan of becoming a college lecturer. So according to them, that is also a very respectful job. Right? So they agreed. And then they agreed that yes, you can take whatever subject you want. So the support I got from them was very, very good.
That's great, ma'am.
Okay. But again, I had problems because 11th and 12th I had maths. My
So-
God, I could not manage. But then I somehow
Slowly
managed.
got it.
And then I went for botany. My parents are very supportive. Okay, and because it was according to my interests, okay, I scored well, I performed well, I became a teacher, and I'm performing here also.
Very good. So you are lucky that way.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm so fortunate that you had that kind of support. And I often feel that parents do this. Correct me if I'm wrong. They wanted to become a successful doctor,
Oh,
engineer,
yes,
government
yes.
officer. They could not do it. They could not qualify that. So they tell, listen, you are going to fulfill my wishes, my dream. I could not do this. You are going to do it.
How many of you guys feel that?
Oh my God.
Oh, wait. Once I shared everything to my parents, they'll chase me from house.
They will chase. No,
I
no, no,
wrote,
no.
okay, there's another one. Okay,
Yeah.
I wrote letters. My life, my dream. Wow, okay. I wrote letters like when they scold what I feel, they also read it and say they wouldn't do like this again. See, it's effective.
See, that's good, guys. So it works, it takes time, have patience. There are different ways. See, there is no one solution to all.
Exactly. You should keep trying. Okay, you guys are all writing competitive exams. You have so many strategies to write the exam. So you can win over your parents also. Okay. See, it is very difficult to change parents.
Very true.
Very, very difficult.
Very true.
Okay, so it's better that we become better humans ourselves. The change that we expect from them, why don't we start with ourselves?
Very true. So usually what happens is that parents know what works, what doesn't work. The moment you say, for example, I want to become a good, football player, or I want to become a musician. They know what happens in their friend circle. They know what happens in life, at job, etc. They know at job what matters, what doesn't matter. They know that musicians, not everyone is successful. Not every
Yes.
person who goes into arts is very successful. It's a struggle. And so engineering, medical is usually the safe side because you need a lot of doctors, you need a lot of engineers. So they feel that it's better. See, my kid, I know he cannot do so well. I don't want him to struggle. If I was a parent, I would be like, I don't want my kid to struggle. Let him be a doctor or engineer. So he has a peaceful life. He will earn decent salary. He will support his family rather than struggling.
But there I would definitely
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be there. Okay. So there I would differ because the problem of not succeeding in a branch or in a particular sort of education or job is when the student will not have support. Now imagine a scenario where the student wants to become a cricketer.
Okay.
Okay. Now if the parents are going to be supportive,
Okay.
male or female cricketer, if the parents are going to be supportive, whatever struggles that student is going to go through, the positive side of it is that the student will have a backup. They will have a strong support. So those struggles are not going to feel like struggles anymore. Yes, I think that would change their outlook on life, and maybe at a point they realize, okay, failures happen to everybody. So but if parents could support them even in their most weirdest of aims or goals, the fact that I can fall back and my parents are going to hold me will give them so much of confidence, and maybe that can work out in favor for them.
Very true. So you know what I'm getting the sense of is like, maybe, see, some parents are supportive, very good, you are very fortunate. If you're not, don't worry. What you can do is slowly show your skills, slowly make them
Yes.
understand them. So some students I've seen, they watch 3 Idiots movie and they're like, sir, mom and dad, I want to be a photographer. And they just start clicking pictures, see beautiful picture. Then the mom and dad see, these pictures are looking so horrible. My son and daughter is saying, I will become photographer. Then they realize, you better listen, you study something, you will earn at least 50,000, 70,000 rupees per month than struggling for your photographer.
Okay,
So it should be good. See, when you say that I don't want to do this, you should be good. If you're good, then do it. If you're not, then unnecessarily don't get inspired by some random things which you watch on the internet or in a movie. I want to become an actor. I want to become like Allu Arjun.
So yeah, that I think students will have to prove that they have the skills to do it. And then
Very true.
that will be easier for them to convince their parents also. Yeah,
Very
I agree.
true.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
So guys, I hope you have found these solutions and all these basic problems. The best solution is somehow build a communication bridge, either directly if you're scared, indirectly, or maybe if you have an elder brother or sister, talk to them, share this video with them. Then they will slowly understand how you are feeling, what you are going through. Also, at the same time, you understand your parents, why they must be saying that.
Yes.
See, they are also your parents, they love you. At the end of the day, no matter how much they scold, you will realize this after 20-30 years that they love you a lot. Then they were doing all these things for some
Protection,
reason.
yes.
Protection, yeah.
Yeah, they see, it's very natural for parents to have a protective nature. Yes, that's what they don't want, they can't see their child suffering. Okay,
Very
so
true.
what I would agree with Shreyas sir, and I would say that at some time yes, I agree it is difficult, but at some point of time you can also try to reason out, you can also try to think from another perspective. Okay, I think we should all do that.
And
yes,
we would like you to probably use this slide to show your parents, or maybe subtly point it out in this way, like they have to develop the listening habit and understand the teenage mind. Unless and until you do that, that's not going to happen. What do you say, ma'am?
Absolutely, and definitely give them a little bit of privacy, because when you trust, okay, when there is trust, it automatically builds up a stronger bond. So I think a little bit of trust would go a long way, and give
Very
them
true.
privacy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also rightly praise and criticize positively.
Yes.
So like somebody was saying, comparison. So ask them, is that kid whom you're comparing with, has he done this? And is he worthy of that? Just because he is doing this, does that mean that he will be successful? I can't be successful. You also put your valid points in a very subtle, polite manner. They love you, and build confidence in them that you will do better.
Absolutely. So there is another message here. When I share something to my mom, Harini is saying, okay, I can't, for example, I can't get this quiz or problem. Every time the mother says, okay, you study nursing, don't go for doctor. I stopped sharing to her. Okay, so at these point, you can definitely talk to your mother saying, see, what you are saying is demotivating me. Okay, I'm not saying go and argue and all. So tell it to her in a very subtle way, very soft way. Be a little patient. You can always go and tell her that, Mama, what you're saying might be right. Yes, I might not become a doctor, I might become a nurse. So what? Okay, so tell that there is, it is kind of demotivating me. I come to you for support, and when you do this, it's a little demotivating. I think that kind of, you might have to have a lot of patience.
True. And also the parents should set their
Yes.
boundaries. Like they
Yes.
should not be very friendly, not very strict. You have to have that thin line.
Yeah.
And also they should also not judge the kids very soon. Like maybe you might fail, you
Exactly.
might succeed, but it's too soon. Eventually you grow, as a human being. You have grown, we have
That's
grown.
what I always tell everyone, that it doesn't matter what stream you go in for, which subject that you're taking care of. Being the best in that
True.
would definitely, because success is a very, very tricky thing. It changes from person to person. Okay, so it's not always, being a doctor is not always success, or being an engineer is not always a success.
True.
See, you were an engineer.
Yeah.
And
But I love
turned out-
teaching kids. Yeah.
Yes, so more than being an engineer, he has succeeded in becoming a teacher. Okay, so you never know what the future holds for you. So sometimes try to understand what the parents are trying and conveying to you. They might not open out completely, but you can also make out things from them. Sometimes you try to make them understand in a very, very peaceful manner, not
Very
by
true.
arguing.
Very
Yes.
true. So, I really want this to happen with all of you.
Yes.
I see talking can solve problems. War is not the solution. It's always diplomacy that wins. So just because your ideas do not match, or because your opinions are different, does not mean you immediately start fighting. That's not what we are. We are not dogs. We are not
Yes.
tigers and wild animals. We are humans. We have mouth. We have ears. And I want all of you to actually use that. Sit conveniently and talk. Maybe it will take years, but trust me, when it happens, you will feel good about it.
Because parents are going to be there till the end. We
Yes.
need them till the end, forever. Okay, so I think maintaining a good relationship with them is going to do so much more, good till
Very
forever.
true. Someday they will understand, and if you still find that there are difficulties, you always should find a companion, maybe, but a true friend, a true teacher, or your brother, sister, or relatives. Find comfort somewhere till you build the confidence with your parents. So that is what my end message would be, and I would love this session to be shared across all the social media platforms, and also build that confidence in all the teenagers out there with their parents. What is your message, ma'am?
Absolutely. If you feel you could relate to the session, okay, only then. Otherwise, you don't have to share it. I feel that if any of this part was relatable to you, please do share it. If you feel that your friends are going through a lot of things, okay, and if they will benefit from this video, please do go ahead and share it, because we will continue to bring up things like this more.
Yeah, and if you want, we can do that only if the kids comment after the video, or else why will we do that? Yeah. So if you love the session, you have to let us know, and what issue you want us to talk about next, please let us know specifically in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe, like and subscribe. Hasta la vista, guys. This was Captain Shreyas signing off.
Bye bye, guys. See you soon in other sessions. Okay, take care. God bless you.